Welcome back, everybody. So we are back for our second of 2 booster box openings. If you missed the first booster box opening, here it is. It is full of all of the sweet cards that we got. You should definitely go check that video out. There will be an annotation here. If you can't see the annotation, go look for it on our channel. We're going to start this booster box opening the same way we started the last one, with the elusive Tormentor with that sweet set symbol in the background. I love it so much. Alternate art, flipping into the Insidious Mist, hexproof, indestructible creature that can't be blocked. So there you go. We'll leave that on the side, and we are going to rip right into this booster box. Let's see if this video can go a little bit faster than the last one. We, as always, if you missed the last video, are looking to complete the set. We are missing 8 mythics, which means it is almost impossible for us to complete it in this box alone, but that doesn't mean we can't put a big old dent in it. So we're starting with an Avacyn, the Purifier pack, if and when it wants to open. If you've never seen our videos before, you will find out that in booster boxes, we just quickly go through the commons so that you guys can see them, and then we move on and we talk about the mythics, or the uncommons, behind the scenes, Humble the Brute, Graph Mole, the rare or mythic, To the Slaughter. So there you go, there's our rare Into the Slaughter. I love that art. The monster in the background reaching out that gigantic hand right after that cute, adorable little lamb who's about to be just murdered.
His name is Gossamer.
Dave has named him, no, where is little Gossamer gone? Yes, you're absolutely right. So there you go. The Shepherd has named him.
I named him Heartbreak.
This card is pretty heartbreaking. So there's To the Slaughter. Behind it we have the Uninvited Geist, flipping into Unimpeded Trespasser. What a great card. The card is fantastic. The pun in it is hilarious. I love it. Behind that we have, I think there's something else. There is. It is a foil common in Grotesque Mutation. So sticking on the theme from the last pack of foil commons being the thing that we're seeing if we get a foil. Behind that we have the flip token and a devil token, this guy that I want to be friends with. So there's a devil token. We have a Sorin pack. Sorin is one of the mythics that we already have. Doesn't mean I'd be upset seeing him, because worst comes to worst, I can trade him in for some of the other cards that we are missing. We have our first uncommon in Pick the Brain, aka I Am Legend, Cult of the Waxing Moon, and Ongoing Investigation. Our rare or mythic is Slayer's Plate. We saw that in the last box as well. Behind that we have the Gatstaff Arsonists, flipping into the Gatstaff Ravagers. We saw a ton of these in the last box. So there's that. Whoops, I'll just throw that card around. Behind that we have a Plains and a Zombie token. If I nickname a card something and you don't know why I have nicknamed it that, and I don't explain it for whatever reason, check out our pre-release kit openings, which have been doing super well. Thank you guys so much if you have watched it and you are coming back to watch these. But if you haven't seen them yet, you will know why I nicknamed some of these cards what I nicknamed them. We have the Haunted Cloak. We have the Incorrigible Youths. We have the Mad Prophet. Love that art. Our rare or mythic is Port Town. So a third Port Town for us. We saw 2 of those in the last box. But here's a Port Town, which is one of the dual lands. So we'll see how many of the dual lands we can get in this box as well. Behind it we have Skin Invasion. I love this card. Flips into a Skin Shredder. Ripped right through that guy. We have more cool stuff in this pack. I already know it. We have a foil uncommon in Liliana's Indignation. You guys can see the foiling pattern for all of the violet, like lightning that's coming off of her. It's really just energy. So there's that violet energy that you can see with Liliana confronting Jace, using her power, freaking him out. Behind that, we have one of the flip tokens and a clue token. So very few basic land cards in this set. Unless you get a fat pack, which you will see us open some of those later. So stay tuned for the first of hopefully many Fiance Fat Pack battles. You guys can check out and see what that's all about when that video comes out. Spectral Shepherd, Mad Prophet, Wildfield Scarecrow, our rare or mythic, is a Foreboding Ruins, so another duplicate dual land for us. That's 2 dual lands pretty quickly in the box, but there's a Foreboding Ruins. Behind that we have a Solitary Hunter, flipping into the one of the pack. Behind that we have a rare flip card in Gyre Reach Bandit. It looks like we have a little bit of a misprint there, Dave, if you can show that off. The little foily thing down here is a little ripped. I didn't do that. That was just like that, but there we go. A little bit of a misprint. But anyway, the Gyre Reach Bandit flips into a Vilden Pack Alpha. I don't know that I've seen the name of that card before. So there you go, Vilden Pack Alpha. And we got a rare flip card, which is awesome. And it follows up with a rare and mythic flip token and a human soldier token. We are just at the tip of the iceberg with this card, with this box, I should say. And we're already getting some cool stuff. So there you go. Let's see what else we can get. We start with one of the vessels. 2 of the vessels, I should say. I like that art on Senseless Rage. Our uncommons. Gloom Widow. Bound by Moon Silver. Whoops. And Ulvenwald Mysteries. You saw Thalia's Lieutenant as our rare. Thankfully it wasn't super awesome, otherwise I would have ruined it all for you. Behind Thalia's Lieutenant, we have the Kindly Stranger. I'm actually more excited about the flip card. The Kindly Stranger flips into the Demon-Possessed Witch. What a crazy woman. I love this card. The art is hilarious. The card is hilarious. Behind her, we have a Swamp and a Spirit token. Going on to the Falconwrath Gorger pack. Let's see what we get inside. We still don't have a Falconwrath Gorger. That would be nice to get. Going through the commons, another vessel. Whoops. Dropping the cards everywhere today. We have another vessel. We have a Moonlight Hunt. Compelling Deterrence. Love that art. Stitchwing Scab. This card's interesting. A zombie horror, flying zombie. Our rare or mythic is Ever After. Look at how adorable these 2 zombies are. So you return up to 2 target zombies or creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield, and they are both black zombies in addition to their other colors and types. But it's Ever After, so even though they're dead, they come back to life together. It's very hilarious to me. I love that. We have the Hinterland Logger flipping into the Timber Shredder. We saw that card in the last box a lot as well. A flip token and a zombie token. We have an Avacyn pack next. Avacyn the Purifier. I would love to get another one of her. I was super happy when I got the first one, because it's a great card. Going through the commons as we always do. Waiting to get to the uncommons. In Stensia Masquerade, Woodland Stream, and Indulgent Aristocrat. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a mythic in Mind Rack Demon. Speaking from looking to complete the set, one of the mythics that we do not have yet, so that's really awesome. So we need 7 more. Again, I doubt we'll get them all in this box, but Mind Rack Demon, pretty sweet. Behind that, we have a Convicted Killer. We've seen plenty of these. Flips into the Branded Howler. Behind that, a flip token and a Vampire Knight token. One that we did not see in the last box. The card looks cool. The token looks cool. I was talking a lot about the fact that I love that they are not prioritizing rares and mythics to get the best arts. They're just giving good art to everything, including tokens. And that Vampire Knight is just an example of it, which is why I bring it up. We have the Geist Blast, He Ain't Afraid of No Ghost, Liliana's Indignation, and Spiteful Motives. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is a Falconwrath Gorger. So there we go. We now have, as far as I can tell, the... oh no, I'm sorry, we're still missing Jace. I was going to say we have... this is the pack art. I was going to say we have all the pack arts, but we don't. We're missing Jace. But there's Falconwrath Gorger, another Kessig Forge Master, flipping into the Flameheart Werewolf. I've seen plenty of those. A rare or mythic flip token and a clue token. Onto a Sorin pack. Whipping through this box. getting some cool stuff. Glad to have gotten the Falconwrath Gorger. That is a card that we did not have yet. So happy to see that again, trying to complete the set. That is important. We have Not Forgotten, Pale Rider of Trostad, and the Stitchwing Scab. Our rare or mythic is red. It is the Devil's Playground. I love this card. It is part of the Devil sub-theme. I love it. Devil's Playground is such a sweet card. Behind Devil's Playground, we have Hermit of the Natternolls. Love this guy as well. He does work in Limited, at least he did for me, into Lone Wolf of the Natternolls is what he flips into. Such a disgusting-looking, awesome, big-ass werewolf. Behind that, an island and a wolf token. Falconwrath Gorger pack is next. Had some trouble remembering that poor zombie's name in our pre-release kit openings, which are also on the channel. You guys should definitely check those out if I didn't mention that already. And in this pack we have Veteran Cathar, great colors on that card, Drunau Corpse Trawler, and a Forsaken Sanctuary, my favorite art of the dual lands, or the uncommon dual mana producing lands. Our rare or mythic is Second Harvest. I don't know that we have one of these yet. It's a great card, probably very, very good in EDH. After that, we have a Solitary Hunter. Flips into one of the pack, as always. We've seen many of those. Behind that, a Flip token and a Spirit token. We have Arlen Embraced by the Moon pack. Again, another Arlen Embraced by the Moon would be sweet, but we do already have her. That doesn't mean I wouldn't want a second one. Going through the commons, I love that sad hulking guy in that card. I don't know if that's sadistic or not, but we have Open the Armory, Tooth Collector, and Graph Mole. Our rare or mythic is another Drownyard Temple, very flavorful for the most recent story that came out right before release was the Drownyard Temple story. You guys can check out Amy and I talking about that in our Jar episodes on our channel. Pious Evangel, flipping into the Wayward Disciple. Behind that, we've got something. It is a foil Skin Invasion. So it's a foil flip card, which is great, because that means the foiling is on both sides. So that's pretty awesome. So we have the Skin Invasion flipping into the Skin Shredder. I love this card. I don't know that I love it in foil. It's not super impressive to me, just because of the colors are very dark because of what the card is. And so I don't know that it looks that good in foil, but I love the card, so having it in foil is pretty cool nonetheless. We have a Flip token and a Clue token. Moving on to a Jace pack. Jace is the only Planeswalker we do not have. So, of course, also then one of the Mythics that we don't have, and one that I would love to get so that we can complete this set. Going through these commons to get to Pore Over the Pages, Malevolent Whispers, and Tenacity. Our rare or mythic is Altered Ego. This card looks ridiculous to me. It looks very cartoony. It looks very weird. I don't think we've seen this card yet. It is a shapeshifter, but it's just, there's a tiny person over here and what looks like a giant person kind of hand pressed against the side of the building here, just coming into this person's house, destroying everything around it. It is Altered Ego, so it's a shapeshifter. It could be, I don't know, it could be an illusion or something. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here, but
It's Titan.
yeah, it could be a Titan, shape-shifting Titan. Super weird card, super weird art, but I don't dislike it. Lamholt Pacifist, speaking of things I don't dislike, Lamholt Butcher it flips into. Behind that we have another Westvale Abbey. I love this card so much. It's worth some money because people like this card as well. I like it because it flips into Ormondal Profane Prince, the 9/7 legendary demon, flying, lifelink, indestructible, and haste. What a great, awesome looking card. So there he is, Ormondal Profane Prince. In Westvale Abbey, I'll give that over to Amy. We have the rare Flip token and the Clue token. I did just mention Amy, if you guys watch the rest of the stuff on our channel, as I mentioned in the last booster box opening as well, Dave is on the camera, and Amy is here setting up the cards for us, as both of them do oh so well. So thank you to both of them for that. If you want to hear more from them, as well as some other people, check out, as I said, the other videos on our channel. We have Essence Flux, Indulgent Aristocrat, and Fleeting Memories. Our rare or mythic in this pack is a mythic in Gold Knight Castigator. So it is one that we have. We now have 3 of them, but it's a mythic nonetheless. It's another mythic out of a box, which I'm super happy to see. So we have that. I'll pass that over to Amy. We have the Town Gossipmonger flipping into the Incited Rabble. Rabble. Behind that, we have a Forest and a Spirit token. Falkenrath Gorger pack here as well. Let's see what we get out of this one. Going through the commons pretty quickly. Flat-Faced Hound. Ugh. Having trouble moving some of these cards at this point. My fingers are getting a little tired. Dance with Devils. Howlpack Resurgence. And Morkrut Necropod. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is Harness the Storm. A card that we've seen at least once before, but it's pretty awesome. This is the kind of Frankensteinian card from the set. So you're harnessing the storm, one of the Stitchers, kind of drawing in the power of the lightning to power some of their experiments. So we have that in Harness the Storm. Our flip uncommon is a Cursed Witch, flipping into Infectious Curse, so it becomes an aura. Behind that, we have a flip token and a clue token. As I've mentioned before, guys, in the last video and in this one, we also really want to thank Champion Card Collector. If you've seen our pre-release videos, our intro video, we got to go to that store in Poughkeepsie, New York for their pre-release. They had us cover it for them. It was an absolute blast. We have Hope Against Hope, Epitaph Golem, and Silver Strike. Our rare or mythic is Anguished Unmaking. It is our first of this card. The card is fantastic. Super good. I mean, the card is great. The art is great. The story aspect of it is even better. Sorin had created Avacyn, so it was a cruelty beyond imagining, a pain beyond description, that it fell upon him to end her forever. So, super flavorful. We haven't gotten there in the story yet. We'll cover it in Jar. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it. But here's Anguished Unmaking. The card's also just incredible. What a great removal spell. So we give that over to Amy. We have a Convicted Killer flipping into the Branded Howler. Behind that, another flip token and another Human Soldier token. So just to, I didn't mention it before, with Champion, their link, along with links to our Facebook and Twitter, are in the description. If you guys want to check out Champion Card Collector's Facebook page, you should also just go, if you're in the Poughkeepsie area, and check out the store. It's a great time. If you come on Sundays, you might even be able to draft with me. We have Essence Flux Uncommon, Rise from the Tides, and Ulrich's Kindred. Our rare or mythic in this pack is Choked Estuary. So a new rare dual land for us, one that, at least for one that we haven't seen yet. And that's 3 out of this box so far. 3 individual ones too, which is great. Maybe we'll get all 5 out of this box. That'd be pretty sweet. So there's the Choked Estuary. I'll pass that over to Amy. A Dusk Watch Recruiter is our flip card, flipping into the Kralin Horde Howler. Again, I love the hair kind of coming off of this guy. That's really cool. Behind that, we have a Sage of Ancient Lore. So it is a rare flip card, and it flips into another big werewolf in the Werewolf of Ancient Hunger. Love this card, talked about it a lot. We've seen a couple of them. Super happy to have another. So I'll give that to Amy as well. We have the rare flip token and an angel token. Look at how cool this angel token looks. I think this is the first angel token I've seen. The pose on that angel is really cool. Usually you see them from the front so that both of their wings are out in either direction. Not in this one. You're seeing it from the side. It looks like it's in mid-battle. It also does not have red-tipped wings, so it looks like this is one of the sane ones, maybe led by Sigarda, which is another mythic that we have not seen yet, and I would love to see. This pack did not want to cooperate. So, let's see what we get out of this pack. I love these cards.
The double bite.
Yeah, yes, the rabid bite followed by the alms of the vein. We've seen that a couple times, actually. Dance with Devils is our first uncommon. Cult of the Waxing Moon, and Howl Pack Resurgence. Our rare or mythic in this pack is Tamio's Journal. Another rare we have not seen yet. Super important for the story of this set. I love this card. I lost to this card at pre-release, and I'm super happy to have lost to this card because it's a great card. So there you go, Tamio's Journal. Behind it, we have the Heir of Falconwrath with the bat in the negative space. Flips into Heir to the Night, so Vampire Berserker. Behind it, a flip token and a clue token. Tons of clue tokens. Actually, I have to say, I feel like I've seen a lot less clue tokens in these boxes than I expected, just because in the pre-release kits that we opened, there were so many clue tokens. I feel like that's all we saw out of our pre-release kits were just clue token after clue token. And in here, we're actually getting some varied tokens, which I'm not complaining about by any means. We have a Tooth Collector, Ulrich's Kindred, and Tenacity. Our rare or mythic in this pack is the Bygone Bishop, a rare that we've already seen. Pretty cool. Behind it we have the Hinterland Logger, flipping into the Timber Shredder. Again, knocking him down and then transforming and picking him up. So there you go. Behind that we have a foil. It is a foil common in Press for Answers. We get to see my poor sad Hulk friend in foil with this woman who just doesn't care. She's ordering him around. He is super defeated, just staring, looking super sad. I never thought that I would feel sad for a Frankenstein's monster type of a creature. So there you go. In our foil Press for Answers, a foil common, we have a flip token and a zombie token. We have an Avacyn pack next. Once again, would love to see me another Avacyn. Great card. We didn't see one in the entirety of the last box. Thankfully, we already got one out of our pre-release kits, so if we don't see it, we still have her in terms of completing the set, but she's a great card and worth some money, so I'd love to see her, more than one of her. We have Compelling Deterrence. Love the art on this card. Open the Armory, and Murderer's Axe. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is the Corrupted Graphstone. So a card that I've seen in some of the pre-release kit openings, not in either of the two boxes yet, but a Corrupted Graphstone, it's an okay card. I love the art of the warped stone. I love that in this set in general, that the stones are all warping, and that's why the set symbol is changed from Innistrad to now. Behind that, we have the Aberrant Researcher, which is the all grown up Cell, perfected form, but also the Delver of Secrets. I couldn't think of his name. There you go. Behind that, a flip token, and here it is, the Arlen Cord Emblem. So it was the only emblem, we were still missing this one. So here it is, the Arlen Cord Emblem. I love that. That looks really cool. It actually makes her look more savage in the emblem art than on her actual card for when she's flipped. I feel like when she's flipped over, she almost looks like she's dancing. Like her body is all contorted and stuff. So it looks a little bit more light and playful, but on here she just looks savage. So we will go through the commons in this pack, see what we get. Out of here, looking for some more good stuff. We are only 2 mythics in, so there are definitely, I think this box owes us a couple more. We have Manic Scribe, Briarbridge Patrol, the Didesdale, or the Ghoul Steed, if you guys missed the last opening. And our rare is Markov Dread Knight. We've seen it already, it's a cool card. We're going to move on to the Village Messenger, flipping into the Moonrise Intruder. Love that art of it just busting through the door, or the window like that. Behind that, a mountain and a clue token. There we go. We have a Sorin pack next. See what we can get out of this Sorin pack. There we go. That pack worked out well. We'll go through the commons on this one. See what we can get here. Fiery Temper. What a great piece of art on Fiery Temper. Geese's Bidding is our first uncommon. Crawling Sensation. We haven't seen this one yet, but it's got those insects all over it, which we saw in the last box, I believe. Foul Orchard, and our rare or mythic is Fevered Visions, another one that I don't think we've seen yet. What disgusting art on this card. It's so weird. I don't know what's coming out of this person's eyes, but it does not look fun. It almost looks like their nerves and synapses from their brain are kind of coming out through their eyes, which is awesome, but also twisted. I don't know how they come up with some of these art descriptions for the artists that draw this, but such a great job. We have the Gatstaff Arsonists again, flipping into the Gatstaff Ravagers. We've seen about 1 million of these. Behind that, a Swamp and a Clue Token. The Angel did it in this one. We have a Falkenrath Gorger pack. Let's see what the Falkenrath Gorger has in store for us. We finally have one, so I don't have to say that we don't anymore. Going through here, we get something good. Hopefully something good. Groundskeeper Willie. Reaper of Flight Moonsilver. And the Hippogoose Griff's Moon. So thanks, Dave, for naming this weird amalgamated creature Griff's Boon. Behind it, our rare or mythic is the Forgotten Creation. Speaking of weird amalgamated creatures, what in the hell is going on here? This is a 3/3 zombie horror. The guy looks ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. It's got multiple arm legs. I have no idea what's going on. But it's Geralf. Geralf did it, which is probably why we don't understand it. So there's the Forgotten Creation rare. We have the Thraben Gargoyle flipping into the Stone Wing Antagonizer. I love that art. I just think it looks super cool. They also did a good job of showing how fast this thing is supposed to be with all the blue lines around it, kind of as it's jumping out at whoever is looking at it, which right now is us. Behind that, we have an island. Look at that sweet island art. Again, you don't get to see a lot of art from the basic lands in this set just because of the fact that there are so many flip tokens, but that's some sweet art for that island. I love those colors. That's really cool. And a clue token. We have Arlen Embraced by the Moon on this pack. Wow. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this now. There we go. It worked out. These cards did not want to be opened. So let's see what's in it, if it's anything worthwhile. We have a Moonlight Hunt, Pack Guardian, and the Woodland Stream. Our rare or mythic is another mythic in Sorin Grim Nemesis. So this is our third Sorin. It is definitely a card we have seen alreready. But it's a Sorin. It's a Planeswalker. One of the 4 Planeswalkers in the set. So super happy to see Sorin. There he is. Behind Sorin, we have the Daring Sleuth. The Daring Sleuth transforms into the Bearer of Overwhelming Truths or the Bearer of Tons of Living Lanterns. So there they are. Behind that, a Flip token and a Spirit token. So the only Planeswalker that we are missing, as I've mentioned, is Jace. We've got 2 Nahiris, 3 Sorins, and 1 Arlen Cord. Hopefully, I'm okay with duplicates, but hopefully we get the stuff that we need as well as duplicates. So let's see. Dissension in the Ranks. Creeping Dread. We saw this one other time. Still love this art. So cool. And Silver Strike, our rare or mythic out of this pack, is Tireless Tracker. We saw this already, not super impressed by the art, so there you go. Behind it, we have a Solitary Hunter. He goes Solitary from Solitary to 1 of the pack, so it's a flip card. Behind that, a flip token, and a clue token with a Cryptolith on it. We have a Sorin pack, speaking of Sorin, right here. Let's see what we can get out of it. We are getting down towards the bottom of this box, guys. I think, based on the last box, this one kind of needs to pick it up a little bit. We're on 3 mythics. We got 5 in the last box, so let's see what we can do. Runaway Carriage, Ongoing Investigation, and Inner Struggle. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is From Under the Floorboards. First of all, what a great name for a card. From Under the Floorboards. It's zombies bursting out of the floorboards of this person's house, so you really aren't safe, even in your own home. It's a rare that we haven't seen yet. I love it. The art is cool. The zombies look super menacing. Even though it doesn't have menace, it has madness. But still, it looks awesome. So there you go, From Under the Floorboards. Behind From Under the Floorboards, we have the Hinterland Lager. As we've seen, flips into the Timber Shredder. And behind it, we have a foil common in Equestrian Skill. Super flavorful that you get to put this on a creature. If the creature is a human, you're just giving it a horse, so it gets +3/+3 and trample, but it gets +3/+3 regardless. So there's the Equestrian Skill foil. We have a flip token and a devil token, my friend the devil token. We have an Avacyn pack here. We still have not seen, and I would love to see, a triple rare pack, or a triple mythic pack, but a triple rare or mythic, with a regular rare or mythic, a flip rare or mythic, and a foil rare or mythic. We've definitely seen a bunch with double, but that's because if you get a flip rare, you still get a regular rare as well. So, we have Broken Concentration, Reckless Scholar, and Gibbering Fiend. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is the Flameblade Angel. We've seen this once before from the last box. Still a sweet card. It's only our second, so I'm happy to have another one. We have an Autumnal Gloom. This is only our second one of this as well, and it transforms into, it's an enchantment that transforms into the Autumn Groot, or the Ancient of the Equinox. Thank you, Dave, for the name on this guy. Behind that, we have a rare flip in Hanweir Militia Captain. Took me a second to figure out how to pronounce that. So there you go. This card's fantastic. It works really well in Limited. I love it. It's a rare flip. It flips into the Westvale Cult Leader. So it's not a super good person necessarily, but it is a Militia Captain that transforms into a Cult Leader. But it is a rare flip card. So we have that. I'll give that to Amy. And we have our rare and mythic flip token and a clue token. We still have not seen out of either of these boxes my favorite or second favorite card in the entire set. We saw my second favorite in the pre-release kit openings on the channel, so you can check that out to see what that is if we don't get it. But you guys don't know what my favorite card is because, unfortunately, we haven't seen it. Shard of Broken Glass, that is Schnoz on our channel's favorite card. You guys know that. We got that in foil as well. Card looks absolutely beautiful. We have a Lightning Axe. Love the colors on this one, as I mentioned previously. Creeping Dread, and Sinister Concoction, excuse me. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is a Soul Swallower. Awesome art on this card. Second one we've gotten. Don't mind getting a second one. It just looks really cool. Love the ethereal arms kind of coming out of this guy's mouth. Super awesome. Abyssinian Missionaries flips into Lunarch Inquisitors. Behind it is a Plains and a Spirit token. Been knocking all these cards over. There's so many. This set is huge with flip cards. There's just so many different rares, mythics, commons, uncommons that you can get. I feel like it's going to be very difficult to complete the set, and we totally understand that, but that's still something that we're going to be striving to do just through opening. We'll eventually trade for stuff, I'm sure. We have the Runaway Carriage, Paranoid Parish Blade, and a Magnifying Glass. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is Invocation of St. Traft. I love this card. I've talked about it. I think this is a playset for us, to be honest, which I'm super happy about. I don't know that I necessarily need a fifth one, but it's a great card. I'm sure people will be looking for it, so just more stuff to be able to trade into stuff that we need. Behind it, we have a Convicted Killer. We've seen this a million times. Flipping into the Branded Howler. There is something back here. We have a foil rare in Second Harvest. So I talked about this card, I think, being good in EDH. But yeah, I get to show you guys the foiling pattern on this card here. Hopefully you can see it. There we go. Second Harvest, card's pretty cool. Duplicating tokens is pretty awesome. We have a rare flip token and a clue token. We are getting towards the bottom of this box, and I feel like it's underperforming for us. That was our foil rare, which is fine. But we're missing some mythics, I feel like. We got 5, like I said in the last box. We only have 3 so far. I don't know whether this is an abnormal box, or whether that was an abnormal box, or maybe this box will prove me wrong and give me 2 more mythics. We have a Manic Scribe, Toppelgeist, Morkrut Necropod, and a Silver Fur Partisan as our rare. Card's okay. We have a Kindly Stranger, love this card, flips into the Demon Possessed Witch. Just hilarious, disgusting, I've talked about it a million times. Behind that, we have a foil uncommon in Drew Now Corpse Trawler. We've seen a bunch of these. Card looks awesome. I like that. I like how this one looks in foil. I've commented on some of the ones that I don't think look good in foil, but there it is. We have a flip token and a human soldier token. Yeah, there are some cards that just don't look good in foil, and there are some cards that look absolutely incredible in foil. Again, the Shard of Broken Glass is definitely one that looks great in foil. Another one that I remember offhand is the Thraben Inspector. Looks fantastic in foil. The armor, the sheen on her armor in foil just looked really, really awesome. So you can see that if you watched our other videos. Weirding Wood is our first uncommon. Near Heath Chaplain, I'll actually say it correctly this time, and the Wildfield Scarecrow. Our rare or mythic is Triskaidekaphobia. It is our second Triskaidekaphobia. I'm sure there are certain people out there who are going to want to collect 13 of this card. I'm not one of those people, but here's our second one. Behind it, we have the Accursed Witch, uncommon flip, flips into the Infectious Curse. That's pretty cool. I like that card a lot. Behind that, a flip token and a zombie token. Looks like we are down to the final 6 packs. Still looking for 2 more mythics, hopefully, although I doubt it, but we shall see. Still looking for at least, I think, 5 more from the set. Or no, I'm sorry, 7 more from the set. We're not going to get them out of this box, but we still have that fat pack opening coming up. Invasive Surgery, Nahiri's Machinations, and a Stone Quarry. Our rare or mythic is a mythic, and a mythic that we do not have yet in Descend Upon the Sinful. This card's fantastic. The art is amazing. It comes from the story that Amy and I talked about in Jar, which you can check out, but it's the angels coming down and descending upon the sinful, which they call the humans sinful, even if they haven't done anything, which is just, what a great story. This is what gets you the 4/4 white angel tokens, which I think is interesting because the angel did not look possessed, even though that's the whole point of this card. But anyway, Descend Upon the Sinful, great card, mythic. We haven't seen it yet. Super happy to get it now. Here it is. I'll give that over to Amy. We have another Kessig Forgemaster flipping into the Flameheart Werewolf. We've seen a ton of these. Behind that, we have a Forest and a Clue token. Arlen Embraced by the Moon. Let's see what we get out of here. Unruly Mob. Silberlind Snapper. Oh, I thought I was back in another video. I'm going through the commons by name. I'm just getting close to the end and getting kind of excited now that we got another mythic. Olivia's Bloodsworn, Stensia Masquerade, and Spiteful Motives. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is Drogskull Cavalry. We saw one of these in the last box, but here's another one. I think it's only our second, so that's not terrible. We have a Solitary Hunter, once again, flipping into one of the pack. We're going to have a ton of these. Behind that, we have a Flip token and an Ooze token. We haven't seen that in any of these box openings. I think we got one in one of our pre-release kit openings, but the Ooze token, just a disgusting looking card. It does look like, though, that it belongs with the Ooze that we already saw. The art looks very, very similar, so that's awesome. We have my sad hulking friend on the front here. And we'll go through the commons here. We are down to the last 3 after this one. Let's see if we can get that last mythic and keep on par with the last box. Gloom Widow, Call the Bloodline, and Erdwall Illuminator. We haven't seen this guy in a while either. Love this guy. He's so cool looking as a spirit. There's that. Our rare or mythic is a Diregraph Colossus. We've seen a couple of these. Having another one's not terrible. So there it is. Behind that, we have the Neglected Heirloom, flips into the Ashmouth Blade. We've seen this one as well. I mentioned that I love the blues in there. I think there's still something here. We have another mythic. So there's our 5th mythic. It's Arlen Cord. It's one we already have, but it's Arlen Cord. And she flips into Arlen Embraced by the Moon. What an awesome card. Super happy to have a second. So now we have 2 Arlen Cord, let's actually just show the rare flip token and the clue token. The angel did it. We have 2 Arlen Cord, we have 3 Sorin, we have 2 Nahiri, and we have no Jace. Poor, sad Jace. We are down to our last 3 packs, as I said. I don't know that we're seeing any more mythics out of here, but I'm not going to say that we definitely won't, because I would love to see more mythics out of here. 2 vessels in a row. We have He Ain't Afraid of No Ghost, Geist Blast, Liliana's Indignation, and the Highland Lake. Our rare or mythic out of this pack is another Odric Lunarch Marshal. We got one of those in this box, I believe. Maybe it was the last box. I don't exactly remember. But this card's awesome. It looks like the last box, just looking at what Amy's been doing here. But this card's fantastic. I love it. So there's another Odric for us. Another Gatstaff Arsonist. We've seen a ton of these into Gatstaff Ravagers. So there you go. Behind that, a flip token and a zombie token. 2 more packs. Sorin and Jace. This is the Sorin pack. Stay tuned, as I said, we will have a Fiancé Fat Pack battle coming out on the channel very soon. Subscribe down below to see that from us. See whether Amy or I gets a better Fat Pack. It'll totally be me. We have Groundskeeper Willie. I'm not wrong. We have Groundskeeper Willie. We have Foul Orchard. And we have Brain in a Jar. So I forgot to mention Pour Over the Pages, but Amy got a Brain in a Jar. I mentioned Amy because she loves this card. So there's another Brain in a Jar. I think that's our 3rd Brain in a Jar. Behind that, we have the Breakneck Rider. Flips into the Neck Breaker. So I like that. I think that's cool. Behind that, a Mountain and a Clue token. We have our last pack. It is a Jace pack out of our 2nd box. Let's see what we get. We start with the Puncturing Light. I love the art on that card. Going through the commons to the uncommons, rares, mythics, flips. Let's see how we finish off this box. Reaper of Flight Moonsilver. The Ghoul Steed, a.k.a. the Didesdale. And Rise from the Tides. Our rare or mythic in our last pack is a Fortified Village. So our 3rd of 5 individual rare dual lands. We didn't get all 5, but here's a Fortified Village. It's 4 out of 5. That's still really not bad for this entire box. We have the Uninvited Geist, because puns are awesome. The Uninvited Geist flips into the Unimpeded Trespasser. Card works out super well flavorfully for me. I just love it. I think there's something else here. We have a foil common in Crow of Dark Tidings. Not as awesome as I wanted it to be, but it's a zombie bird. I don't know how birds become zombies, but there it is. Give you guys the look at the foiling pattern there. So that's our common foil. We have a flip token and a spirit token. So I'm going to let you guys see the hard work that Amy has been doing for us. She does such a great job as I kind of clean up a little bit of the mess that I have made, as Amy has put everything in order here for us. There are a ton of things on this playmat. I don't know that I'm going to be able to pull it over without messing it up, but Amy, maybe you can help me out grabbing the other end and just turning it here for us. Nope.
It's okay.
That's all right. I caught it, though. Okay. So we have, so that you guys can see it on the camera, if we start on the right like we did last time, we have our foil flip card, and it's a foil uncommon in Skin Invasion. We have a rare flip. We have 4 rare flips. We'll put that there. We have, I'm sorry, if we stay on the right here, I'm jumping around a lot. Sorry, Dave. We have our 4 common foils, 2 uncommon foils on the side here. Now I'm messing up Amy's work. There we go. We have 4 rare flips, my personal favorite in Westvale Abbey, but we have 4 of them, which is fantastic. We have all of these great rares, including Anguished Unmaking. I'm going to point that one out because I love it so much. And it's our first one as well. And then if we come over here to the side, we got 4 out of the 5 dual lands. So this box was great for dual lands. And we got our foil rare in Second Harvest. You guys saw that already, but there it is. And then if we move on to our mythics, we got Descend Upon the Sinful, Sorin Grim Nemesis, Gold Knight Castigator, Mind Rack Demon, and Arlen Cord, flipping into Arlen Embraced by the Moon. I will also point out, because I just noticed it, that it looks like the little foiling dealie on the bottom here is also a little bit cut. So that's a misprint as well, which is great. On a Mythic, misprints are great to have. So unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, I'm going to leave you in this video the same way I left you in the last video, looking at Sorin and Arlen Cord. I will flip her. I want to once again thank Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie. Check out Poughkeepsie, New York. Check out their link in the description to their website. We thank them for having us for the pre-release, for selling us these boxes. Subscribe to the channel. You will see a ton more openings. We've got 2 fat packs to open still. If I get some prize packs and drafts, you guys will get to see that. Follow us along throughout this set. See if we get to complete it. We're getting close. I think we only need 5 more, something like that, of Mythics to complete the entire set. We're getting there. You still don't know what my favorite card is. Hopefully we'll get to see it soon enough. But I'm going to leave you guys looking at this. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out the other stuff on our channel as well. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.